Go.
What's going on, guys? Today I'm gonna be talking to you guys about an issue that I'm pretty sure most of you are familiar with. Now, before I begin, let me kind of introduce myself. My name is Raul. I graduated high school in 2011. After that, I decided to go to college, in which I went and graduated in 2013. After that, I decided to continue my education, in which I'm currently attending the University of Texas of the Permian Basin. Now, today I'm here to tell you guys about an issue that most of you are familiar with or have heard of, which is drug abuse. Now, I'm going to be talking to you about what exactly is drugs, uh, what types of drugs are out there in the market, in the black markets, what are the consequences, and how can you avoid to stay away from it. Now, what exactly is drug abuse? Well, drug abuse is defined by the University of Maryland Medical Center website as the recurrent use of illegal drugs or the misuse of prescription or over-the-counter drugs with negative consequences, in which I will be talking to later on. Now, what exactly are drugs? What type of drugs are out there? Well, there are many types. The most common one is marijuana, but there is also cocaine, ecstasy, morphine, and even over-the-counter medications, prescription medications can become addictive and they can cause problems in the long run. Now, where does drug abuse starts? Well, most of you have heard that, or at least are familiar with people that do drugs, or at least I'm hoping that you know where does it come from. Well, most of the time it comes from either high school or even middle school. But there's also people that can start doing drugs when they're adults. Now, students, when they're in high school, they can start drugs by either two ways. Now, the first one is peer pressure. The second one is personal problems. Now, I'm here to tell you, the audience, that drugs is not going to help you to solve your problems. Second of all, peer pressure. The best thing to stay away from that is to just say no. Now, if you have one of your friends telling you, just come on and try this one time, just refuse it. It's not worth it. And try to stay away from it. Now, many of us teenagers, or many teenagers, I'm not a teenager anymore, but they think, or I used to think, that doing drugs was something cool, but in reality it's not. Now, let me tell you some facts about drug abuse. According to the website drugabuse.gov, drug addiction is a complex disease and quitting takes more than good intentions or a strong will. In fact, because drugs change the brain in ways that foster compulsive drug abuse, quitting is difficult, even for those who are ready to do so. So in order for you guys to stay away from it, it's just to avoid it in the first place. Well, you might say, well, I can do drugs a couple of times and then quit. Well, in reality, there are many consequences of just trying drugs. One of them is that if you are trying to get a job out here, especially in the oil field, the industry, or the medical field, most of these companies require you to take a drug test. And if you cannot pass this drug test, you will miss a lot of opportunities. So the best thing to do is just to stay away from drugs. Now, guys, ladies and gentlemen, if you see somebody being offered drugs, help them or help her to stay away from it. If somebody offers you drugs, refuse it. It's not worth it. Drugs come in many ways, but they can kill you, they can destroy you in the same way. They can destroy your family. You can get in trouble with the law. You can eventually lose your job. And the worst thing of all is that it can kill you. So it's really not worth it. So guys, please stay away from drugs. Thank you.